In the bustling tech hubs of today, the name OpenAI is synonymous with a revolution. It conjures images of ChatGPT, of dazzling text generation, and the rapid, often unsettling, ascent of artificial intelligence into our daily lives. From writing emails to crafting code, AI's capabilities, spearheaded by this single organization, have become a defining feature of the 2020s. We talk about its promises and perils, its ethical dilemmas and its transformative potential, all against a backdrop shaped profoundly by OpenAI's move fast and break things approach. But what if that backdrop had never been painted? What if OpenAI had simply never been? Let's rewind to a pivotal moment in late 2015. In a quiet conference room, a group of influential figures, among them Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Ilya Sutskever, and Greg Brockman, gather. Their shared concern: the future of powerful AI. They believe such technology, if left solely to commercial interests or military applications, could pose existential risks. Their solution? To found OpenAI, a non-profit dedicated to ensuring artificial general intelligence benefits all of humanity. It was a bold, almost utopian vision. But in our alternate timeline, that meeting never takes place. The funding never materializes, the collective vision never solidifies, and OpenAI remains an unwritten chapter. Without OpenAI, the trajectories of these key individuals diverge dramatically. Elon Musk, always a visionary, channels even more of his formidable energy into SpaceX and Tesla, perhaps pushing autonomous driving even further, but without the direct AGI safety advocacy. Sam Altman, still an influential figure in Silicon Valley, might focus more squarely on Y Combinator, investing in a broader range of tech startups, but never spearheading a dedicated AI research powerhouse. Ilya Sutskever, a brilliant mind in neural networks, likely continues his groundbreaking research, perhaps at Google Brain or another major corporate lab, his innovations tucked behind proprietary walls. In this reality, Google's DeepMind and Google Brain, already powerhouses, continue their research without a major, well-funded independent competitor explicitly pushing for open research. The groundbreaking transformer architecture, pivotal for large language models, still emerges from Google in 2017. But its development and subsequent applications remain almost entirely internal. Google maintains an unchallenged lead in fundamental AI research, able to leverage its vast data reserves and computing power without the pressure of an external, public-facing organization releasing equally impressive, or even superior, open-source models. The information moat deepens. Microsoft, in our real timeline, invested billions into OpenAI, integrating its models into their product suite. Without that crucial partnership, their AI strategy shifts. They still invest heavily in AI, focusing more on enterprise solutions through Azure AI services and acquiring smaller, specialized AI startups to bolster their offerings. Their approach is more fragmented, less unified by a single, revolutionary model. They become a key enabler for businesses to build their own AI, rather than providing a ubiquitous consumer-facing product like a sophisticated chatbot. The AI assistant race is quieter, slower, and dominated by smaller, niche players. Meta, too, pursues its AI ambitions, driven by its vast social network data and metaverse aspirations. They continue to fund cutting-edge research through FAIR, fundamental AI research, publishing papers, and contributing to the scientific community. However, without OpenAI pushing the boundaries of public-facing large language models and setting a benchmark for open access, Meta's internal breakthroughs are less likely to see widespread, immediate public release or adoption by the broader developer community. The focus remains heavily on improving internal products, optimizing ad delivery, and shaping the metaverse, with less emphasis on democratizing powerful generative AI tools. The most significant immediate consequence of OpenAI's absence is the solidification of a closed AI ecosystem. Instead of widely accessible APIs and models, the most powerful AI capabilities remain proprietary, locked within the tech giants. Developers and researchers outside these walled gardens struggle to replicate, innovate upon, or even understand the cutting edge. This slows down the overall pace of innovation and concentrates power. Imagine a world where the Internet's early protocols were owned by a single company, That's the analogy for AI in this alternate reality. Innovation still happens, but at a far more guarded, slower, and less collaborative pace. Crucially, the ChatGPT moment of November 2022 simply never occurs. There is no sudden, global realization of AI's raw power and accessibility. Instead, AI integration into consumer products is incremental, often hidden beneath layers of user interface. No single product captures the public imagination, sparks widespread debate, or democratizes access to generative AI. This lack of a viral, public demonstration means that discussions about AI's societal impact, ethics, and future are largely confined to academic circles, corporate boardrooms, and niche tech communities. The average person remains largely unaware of the true scale of AI's burgeoning capabilities. OpenAI, despite its shift towards a for-profit entity, was founded with a core mission of AI safety. Its absence creates a significant vacuum in this crucial area. While individual researchers and smaller nonprofits still advocate for safety, there is no major institution with the resources, public profile, and direct access to cutting-edge models to meaningfully push the agenda. Ethical AI principles become buzzwords rather than actionable frameworks. The race for AI dominance proceeds with fewer guardrails, less public scrutiny, and a diminished emphasis on mitigating risks like algorithmic bias, misuse, or unintended consequences. This oversight creates an increasingly dangerous landscape. In our real world, OpenAI's accessible models and APIs fueled an explosion of AI startups, building innovative applications on top of foundational technologies like GPT-3 and GPT-4. In the alternate timeline, this vibrant ecosystem never truly flourishes. Startups find it far more challenging to compete with the vast resources and proprietary models of big tech. The barrier to entry for developing powerful AI applications becomes prohibitively high, requiring immense capital for training data, computing power, and deep expertise. Venture capital investment in pure-play AI companies diminishes, favoring instead those that offer niche solutions or integrate existing, limited corporate AI tools. Without a public-facing entity like OpenAI driving the narrative, media coverage of AI is dramatically different. Instead of sensational headlines about AI's creative potential or existential threats, the focus remains primarily on corporate applications, specific industry advancements, or abstract scientific breakthroughs. The public doesn't grapple with the implications of AI generating human-like text or art. Fears around job displacement or deepfakes emerge much more slowly and less intensely, as the direct evidence of highly capable generative AI is not widely accessible. The discourse is less urgent, less informed, and less democratic, allowing powerful AI to evolve largely out of the public eye. The lack of public exposure to accessible AI tools paradoxically makes AI seem more mysterious and potentially more menacing. What little the public hears about AI often comes from tech giants showcasing their capabilities in tightly controlled demos, or from science fiction. This fosters a sense of black box technology, powerful, but incomprehensible and potentially uncontrollable. Without the opportunity for hands-on experimentation, or even widespread discussion of its capabilities, the general populace views AI with a mix of awe and apprehension, lacking the nuance that comes from direct interaction. Public trust, or even informed skepticism, becomes harder to cultivate. In our world, the widespread availability of OpenAI's tools has spurred a massive demand for AI literacy, driving educational institutions to adapt and creating new career paths. In this alternate future, the education gap in AI knowledge widens significantly. Learning about cutting-edge AI requires access to proprietary research and specialized corporate training programs, making it inaccessible to most students and independent learners. The public workforce is less prepared for an AI-driven economy, and academic research lags behind industry, unable to replicate the scale of corporate models. This creates a deepening divide between the AI haves and have-nots. Without OpenAI's initial nonprofit ethos, and its subsequent influence on AI ethics and open collaboration, the geopolitical AI arms race intensifies. Nations view AI as a purely strategic asset, vital for economic dominance and national security. The lack of a strong, independent voice advocating for global safety standards or shared research means that development is driven more by competitive advantage in military applications. Countries invest heavily in their own domestic AI capabilities, leading to fragmented standards, increased secrecy, and a greater risk of miscalculation or escalation as nations hoard their most advanced AI discoveries. The absence of OpenAI essentially removes a powerful disruptor and a catalyst for broader innovation. The tech giants, already dominant, find their positions solidified even further. They control not only the data, but also the most advanced algorithms and the compute infrastructure necessary for training future AI. This leads to an even more entrenched monopolistic landscape, where new entrants struggle immensely to gain traction. The promised democratization of AI, a vision OpenAI once championed, becomes a distant dream. Innovation becomes a privilege, not a widespread opportunity, creating a far less dynamic and diverse tech industry. The AI spring still arrives, but it blooms differently. Instead of the public explosion seen with ChatGPT, it's a gradual, corporate-driven integration. By 2024, AI is pervasive in back-end systems, optimizing supply chains, enhancing customer service chatbots, albeit less sophisticated, and accelerating scientific discovery within corporate labs. There's no viral public model, but companies like Google and Meta quietly roll out advanced, proprietary AI features embedded deeply within their products and services. The revolution is happening, but it's a whisper behind closed doors, not a roar across the internet. Its impact is felt, but its mechanics remain opaque. Without OpenAI's direct efforts in public discourse, the ethical implications of AI are largely addressed internally by corporations, or through nascent, underfunded government initiatives. The public lacks the shared language and understanding to demand accountability for issues like deepfake proliferation, algorithmic bias, or surveillance. Companies, driven by profit and competition, might prioritize deployment over ethical scrutiny. The potential for AI misuse, whether for targeted manipulation, privacy invasion, or even autonomous weapons, is significantly heightened due to a lack of a strong, independent voice challenging these applications and raising public awareness. Let's compare our reality with this alternate one. In our world, OpenAI acted as a powerful disruptor, democratizing access, fostering a vibrant startup ecosystem, and igniting global debate about AI safety. In the alternate, innovation is concentrated, ethical considerations are sidelined, and public understanding lags critically. Our reality, despite its challenges, offers a more collaborative and publicly aware path for AI development. The alternate future, though perhaps slower to ignite widespread public AI awareness, risks a more centralized, less accountable, and potentially more dangerous trajectory, where power is concentrated in fewer hands. The absence of a single company, founded by a handful of visionaries, creates a profound butterfly effect. It shifts the entire technological landscape, not just for AI, but for how innovation is shared, how power is distributed, and how society understands its own technological future. It underscores how fragile and contingent our present reality truly is, and how the intentions and actions of a few individuals can profoundly shape the world for billions. The story of OpenAI, or its hypothetical non-existence, serves as a powerful reminder of the delicate balance between progress, responsibility, and the vision to build a future that benefits everyone.